It is 1 in the morning. I'm going to make this quick. The footage will speak for itself. Pilgrim vs. the World is one of my favorite games from 2010. It is a throwback to various video games such as River City Ransom, Double Dragon, all those other wonderful beat-em-ups, and it's probably one of my favorites of the genre. Unfortunately, due to the licensing between, I think, Ubisoft, who also made the game, and Universal, the game got delisted on 360 and PS3. And it wasn't until a while ago of 2021 where the game was reinstated on PS4, Xbox One, the Switch, and PC through Ubisoft's launcher, Uplay. So, me thinking that it would be great to play this game on modern systems, I have finally gotten my one wish to play this game on modern systems. Not to diss the 360, but it is old, the load times aren't as good, and yes, I did check, the load times really were ass compared to what's on next gen, and it's just great being able to play a game that I cherished back when I could actually buy the damn thing, and you can't anymore, but whatever. Now, this game does have some issues, mainly the enemies being all defensive and shit, but that's mainly a minor issue since you can just eventually punch and they'll go down. The only fix I think I've seen is they made, Mr. Chow appear more frequently when you enter from the character selection screen. There is a chance he actually will appear, and this is actually interesting since I tried this on 360 not too long ago and apparently it doesn't work, so I'm guessing this was something either added in or I just got extremely lucky. Getting Mr. Chow to appear is a real pain in the ass, and apparently he's like the only boss that is yet to be added in the actual boss rush, so actually getting to practice against him is unfortunately not going to happen. And that's honestly kind of the thing that I'm really upset with this game, is that they basically chose to do an absolute straight port of this game and not really fix any of the issues from before. It's like a time capsule, except it's, well, not exactly aged in terms of what could have been fixed. The main reason I'm making this video is because of the online, and let's be honest, the online for this is fucking terrible. Now, I tried the online very briefly on the PC version, and it seemed to be okay. However, I'm trying to earn the achievements on the PS4 version. I actually only need to do beating 200 enemies in an online match, which is going to be very complicated since a beat 'em up, everyone tends to kind of do their own thing, and of course playing as all the standard characters and Wallace, since that was one of the achievements added back when Wallace was a DLC. A fucking reskin of Stills, but that's neither here or there. Fucking people tend to disconnect from matches right after the level is over, so you don't actually get credit for beating the fucking level. I can't really say or sure how that's actually going to work. I'm guessing you have to actually let the fucking animation finish, but people just want to fucking quit. But the biggest offender is just the lobby system in general and the fucking latency or peer-to-peer connection, if that even is a thing, where the fucking syncing of stage progression is pretty much non-existent, since there are times where you clear a bunch of enemies and the game just doesn't fucking let you load the next part of the area. Now, this is very blatant in Stage 3, where you're going through the Clash of Demon Head, trying to fight the enemies, and you just cannot progress because the game glitched so hard that I'm guessing the internet connection through online just refuses to load the next part of the fucking level. I have no idea, and it's very annoying. The fucking online lobbies are a joke. The way that it works is that you have to create a lobby and fill it with the number of players you want to play with. Usually in games like this that allow you to play up to 4 players, you just have a lobby of 4 people that want to join in, and whenever you feel like you're ready to go, you hit the start button or whatever, and you start playing. No, you have to make a lobby that's just 2 people, or 3 people, or 4 people. and you can only do public or private. And once you set the number, you're not allowed to start the match until you have filled the number that you want to play with. So it basically makes it impossible to do actual 4-player matches, even though you'd rather just do 3 because no 4th person is going to join. And joining, don't even get me fucking started on that either. It's not even like a match browser where you can choose what room you want to join in based on connection. No, it just hops you in the first available match that the game wants you to be in, or thinks you should be in, and you just go on from there. The progression for also online is terrible because you can pick any of the stages in the game, even if you haven't beaten it in a single player, but you can't even undo the selection. You just have to destroy the lobby, as the game says, and just go back through the network mode and just try again. This is absolutely fucking absurd. But what is also absurd is that Ubisoft has also added in a thing where you have to make a Ubisoft account just to fucking play the game online, but yet make 0 fixes to actually fix the online. Look, I'm not saying rollback is the future. We don't even really know if it's actually good or not, even though fighting game communities love to brag about how rollback netcode or no buy. Yeah, I understand because of whatever's going on, but, you know, that didn't stop people from bitching about that back then when games like King of Fighters 13, a game that was filled with gold, has some of the worst netcode on console, and yet that hasn't been fixed at all. So what's the point of fucking downloading that game when you can't even play it online on the 360 or even through the One? It's fucking terrible. Seriously, I actually tried that with a friend of mine who loves King of Fighters 13. So do I. We tried it and the match lagged out fucking hardcore. It was terrible. I should have clipped it, to be honest. It was fucking great. But I don't know what else to say. This is a great game, but unfortunately because of fucking incompetency from Ubisoft again, it seems like this game just, even after 10 years later, they couldn't even bother fixing anything that was flawed to begin with, and I'm really disappointed. And honestly, even after all this, I might just get the trophies on PS4, Xbox One, maybe get the other shit on the Switch, and maybe keep it on PC or fucking Xbox One, since I know people who have that, or at least did, but fucking people pawn that shit or whatever. I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know. It's honestly terrible. I'm very disappointed in Ubisoft. It's still a great game single player and of course local co-op, but they didn't bother fixing the online and just some of the other glitches that this game has. It is honestly just one of the worst, honestly. I won't hold it against the game though. I just kind of wish that they would have gone back and at least fixed some things. This is ScapeROMFile, and I'll see you all next file.